Getting sensor-related codes. I'm replacing my O2 sensors. At least, I'm gonna try. Hola! I'm Mike, the backyard mechanic. I'm getting the Mustang ready for inspection, but it's throwing codes. In part 1, we learned how sensors work and how they go bad. In part 2, we diagnosed them and narrowed down the problem. My grandfather's looking down on me with encouragement and saying,
"Why are you wasting time with videos? What is this jibber-jabber tube? You gotta fix the damn car!"
"You're right, Grandpa. Let's get started." The driver's side, or bank 2, sensor is on the exhaust manifold and accessed from the top of the engine, although I use the term accessed loosely because this is where it is. To make things fun, it is angled toward the firewall to make it a challenge to get a socket on it. The passenger side, or bank 1, is on the exhaust pipe and accessed from underneath the car, although I use the term accessed loosely because this is where it is. Do you see it? No, that's the downstream sensor. No, that's Waldo, but good job. It's right there. The first thing to do is jack up the car. To do this, simply hit the A button on your steering wheel. Remove the 2 bolts holding the transmission to the transmission mode. Jack the trans. This tilts the engine forward and gives me more room to get at that sensor. Disconnect the sensor by pressing in the clip with a screwdriver, then pull or pry it apart. I have 2 types of sensor sockets for this job. The deep dish has a slot in it for the wire, and the other is a crowfoot. I used both of these at various times. My first attempt was with a breaker bar directly on the socket, or directly on the adapter. This simply didn't work, as there was not enough room. I put a long extension on it and I got some more throw, but it was not budging. Next, I pulled out the impact wrench. There is no going back from this. Sensors have delicate components and the impact is going to mess it up. It's do or die now. Yes, I used an impact on the Lexus downstream sensors. Yes, those sensors still work. Yes, I got extremely lucky.
What idiot would do that?
On my first try with the impact, I used the adapter and 1 U-joint. This didn't work, and I think it's because I was on too much of an angle and it was not generating torque. On my second try, I used a 3/8 U-joint, an adapter, a 1/2 U-joint, and a long extension. This didn't work. I'm quite sure there was just too much slop in this rig, and it absorbs every inch-pound of torque. An impact wrench does rotational hammering. This U-joint is going back and forth slightly, absorbing the torque. Multiple U-joints compounds this problem. Extensions have less slop than U-joints, but they have some. Before my third try, I warmed up the car and got the exhaust manifold up to 400 degrees. I bought this steel rod and used it to hammer on the sensor to loosen it up. I got this tip from JeffStang Trains and Things. They claim to have successfully removed this sensor. The manifold is 400 degrees. I whacked the hell out of the sensor with a sledgehammer. I put an impact on it with only 1 U-joint at a minimal angle, and it would not budge. There were a few helpful comments in the JeffStang video where it was suggested to remove the valve cover for more room. But I didn't take this approach. I decided that I'm going to have to remove the exhaust manifold. And if I'm going to remove the exhaust manifold on one side, might as well do it on both sides and...
I'm gonna install headers.
And since we're at the end of this video...
To be continued.
In summary, I don't mean to brag, but I got nothing done here. But hopefully I gave you ideas on what to do and what not to do when replacing sensors on your car. My grandfather's looking down at me right now and saying,
"You're putting on headers? If the car was supposed to have headers, the car would come from the factory with headers. How's it gonna make it better?"
I love you too, Grandpa. Am I going to make the inspection date? It's getting close, but I still have several days. How hard can headers be to put on anyway? Oh, hey, I have a fan online. Hey, fan, did you learn anything about sensors? Thanks, fan. When the next video is ready, it'll show up here. And if you missed it, part 2 is on this side. How hard can they be?
What is this jibber jabber tube?